How y'all doing?
He is very fine and everything. If he wasn't in the bathroom like that,
Damn.
I would have left with him. In the bathroom, like that. Both of those bathrooms are blown up.
Bruh.
I don't think so. But guess what? If you ate some Mexican food, that's probably was the problem. Besides that, this was fresh than a shit. Come on, who's cooking with him?
Bro, why you put my mans on Front Street like that? Damn, why you put that man on Front Street like that? Somebody in the comment section said this man's beard is boneless. How do you have a boneless beard?
He took a shit. Okay, so
So you don't eat Mexican food?
I love it, but I understand it.
And you was asking me questions before the show even started. Like you went off of something that.
Because when the wolf came, I was like, I shit too at home.
Bruh.
Okay, I didn't.
But I'm not at home.
Okay.
We can move on. We can move on.
Okay, unfortunately, all the balloons have been popped.
She put me on blast like a fan, but okay.
Well, it was good to have you.
I appreciate it.
Yo, I'm telling y'all, I couldn't go on that show. I understand it, you know. It's people who have been on these shows who are making a living right now because of their viral moment. And I feel as though a lot of people come in these shows, not to find love, but to go viral. But yeah, nah,
What's the most amount of money you've ever spent on a man that you were involved with?
On a man that I'm involved with, there is no limit. If I love you, I love you. And I'm going above and beyond.
Okay. In the past, like just off the top of your head,
a
ballpark.
figure, $2,000 on a watch.
Why?
My reason for asking that question is because I'm very unselfish. The women that I've dealt with that I know, like me, have a unselfish and just a very giving nature. So that number, not I don't know the relationship, the extent of the relationship, but I know women have spent money on and what they've spent money on and how much when they really, really care about somebody.
Yeah, so it can go higher than that. It's not, that's what I said, I don't really put a price on it because it can go higher. However, that particular.
Fellas, how do y'all feel about that? Now, take the whole player aspect out of it, because I know some of y'all would take the cool route and say, yeah, of course I have a spend money on me. Take that out of it. As a man, is it a criteria for your woman to spend money on you? And how much? He said $2,000 wasn't enough. My wife has spent some bread on me before, and it was more than $2,000, but I don't know, like, I'm not concerned about the figure. To me, it's the thought that counts, because, ladies, y'all know y'all do this around Valentine's Day. All you do is dress the same piece of pum-pum up in a new outfit. Don't spend no money but some pum-pum. Your man buying flowers, taking you out to dinner, and all you do at the end of the night is dress that pum-pum up that he been getting for the whole year. The same pum-pum he got last year, the year before that, you gonna dress it up on Valentine's Day. So to hear that she spent some money on any amount, I don't know. I can't agree with that.
The guy, we were dating for like not even a year yet. So it was just kind of like, I'm going to get you something because, yes, we're dating.
Okay.
You know, yes, we're continuing. We're trying to figure out where we're going. And so I don't want to go too far if we're not too far.
Right. So
sometimes that can intimidate a guy. Like if you give him something too much, too fast, too soon, it's an intimidation. It can't be.
So let me ask you this. Would you say you haven't had many relationships in the past? If
No, I haven't.
Okay.
You want your balloon back?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
That was a good answer.
Nah, sis, pop that. Pop that, man. Nah, bro. Is you looking for a sponsor, dude? You looking for a mother or something? I can't ride with that. Okay? I don't know how y'all feel. I just can't ride with that. If your woman willing to spend some bread on you, that's cool. But to say a figure, because, all right, if y'all gonna come at me for not agreeing with that, I want you to think about this. We sit here every other video coming at women for saying that a dude needs to spend this amount on a date. We come at them every time. Like, why does it matter how much money he spent on you on a date? This is basically the same thing. He popped his balloon because she said she spent $2 grand on a man, and he thought it should have been more. Come on.
Something a lot of you don't think about from your childhood is the fact that Humpty Dumpty is never described as an egg. He is never described as an egg. They never refer to him as an egg in the nursery rhyme because Humpty Dumpty is not an egg.
Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's men and all the king's horses. You know, it's crazy. She's right. But every children's book that I've ever seen Humpty Dumpty in, he was an egg. Now I think about it, there's graphic. I remember one book, Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall, the egg cracked, and you seen the yolk coming out, and he was up out of there. He was gone.
The first time he's actually portrayed as an egg is in Lewis Carroll's Through the Looking Glass. Humpty Dumpty's not an egg. Humpty Dumpty is not an egg.
So what was he?
All the king's horses and all the king's men could not put him back together again. Him. Humpty Dumpty's not an egg, guys. Humpty Dumpty was never an egg.
You know what? Now I think I did hear it. I think he was a cannon. I think Humpty Dumpty was a cannon. It was a cannon placed on top of the castle. Cannon fell down. It was so heavy that they couldn't put it back in the same position. That's what I think Humpty Dumpty was. I could be wrong.
If we were dating and I cheated on you, would you give me another shot?
I will not.
Why not?
Because my father didn't raise me that way. My father never showed me that he cheated on my mother. And my
Imagine you watching all my videos, laughing your ass off, but you still ain't subscribed. You got commitment issues, dog? It's free. It is free for you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way, YouTube not gonna control when or how you see my videos. Come on, people. What's going on? What are you waiting for? I ain't begging. I'm asking nicely. Don't make me ask you again.
my mother never showed me that either.
So are you sure he didn't show it or he was just good at hiding it?
It doesn't matter. It matters what I know. And what my brain knows is that if you didn't cheat on me, then...
Bro, I gotta start the video over because I didn't even hear nothing she said.
If we were dating and I cheated on you, would you give me another shot?
I will not.
Why not?
Because my father didn't raise me that way. My father never showed me that he cheated on my mother. And my mother never showed me that either.
So are you sure he didn't show it or he was just good at hiding it?
It doesn't matter. It matters what I know. And what my brain knows is that if you didn't cheat on me, then you definitely have a chance to stay. But if you cheat on me and I know, you gotta go. And that's it.
What if I was paying all the bills, you never had to worry?
I don't care. I make money. It doesn't matter.
But do you really believe as a woman that men are hardwired to only want one girl?
No, of course not. But at the end of the day, it's a teamwork thing. So if a man really wants you, he's gonna choose you, and you will be the only one, and then you will become the team that you need to become in order to make money. Unlike these hoes, they want to become, you know, that stereotype. I'm not that type.
Yo, to be pointing people out is crazy. That could have went bad. Suppose somebody heard you say that.
You cheat on me, you out of there.
Son, that's crazy. I don't even think that's a BBL. That is insane. But she has a point, you know what I'm saying? We definitely all have history and we definitely all have made mistakes. And to be honest with you, man, you can't dictate how somebody would react to your mistake. You cannot dictate how somebody would react to disrespect. All right? And cheating is very disrespectful. So if you have, been out here doing extracurricular activities and your partner find out, you can apologize. You know what I'm saying? You might plan not to ever do it again, but you just can't dictate how your partner would respond to that.
I hated being a flight attendant, and this is why I quit. I was a flight attendant for 6
I hate flying. How y'all feel about getting on planes, especially with what has been going on lately?
years, and I was with one of the biggest airlines that you could possibly imagine. I hated every single second of it. Number one, your whole entire life depends on seniority. And what I mean by that is when you get hired, that's your seniority date. That dictates everything. Dictates what aircrafts you're flying, what holidays you're flying, if you have weekends off, if you can hold certain.
This sounds like when my dad worked for the MTA. For those of y'all who don't know, my dad drove a bus, okay? He drove the 46, the 44, the 41. I think he drove the B-47 also. But anyway, for a good point in time, he couldn't get certain days off. He couldn't get certain runs. Everything was based on seniority. And I remember when she hit like 10, 12 years or something like that on the job, that's when like every weekend he off. You know what I'm saying? He get whatever run he wanted, he got. I think that's how it's supposed to be. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I think that's how it's supposed to be.
Dates off. Another big thing of why it's so important is when you travel. For my airline, you can book for standby, meaning if there is empty seats on the airplane, you can get on based on your seniority. And I would say new is considered at least 5 years or less. The next thing is the training is so intense. I had to do 2 months of training. It was 6 days a week. We did like 15-hour days. You take a million different types of tests, and if you don't pass tests within 80% or above, they kick you out of the program. The people think flight attendants are there just to serve you drinks, and truly we're there for your safety first. And people are traveling when they are in the hardest times of their life. They are sleep deprived, they're traveling for an emergency, a funeral. There's a lot of times people are at their lowest when traveling, and who gets the brunt of it? Flights that you have to fly. Everyone thinks when you're flying at the very beginning, you're flying to Honolulu and Paris, and that can be the case, but mostly you are flying 3 destinations.
I feel as though certain jobs you do, you gotta have a passion for it. You know, jobs that you deal with customer service, and jobs like a flight attendant where every single day your life is in danger. It's one thing to be on a bus getting an accident, you're the bus driver, you're controlling it or whatever, but you're on that flight. If something happens on that flight, the chances of surviving is very, very minimal. Yeah, you guys understand. I don't have to say it. We see it on the news every day. Plane crashes, everybody on board gone. That's one of those careers I respect. But at the same time, the stuff she was saying about seniority, I don't agree with. I feel as though that's how it's supposed to be. You put in your time, and you get the perks and privileges for the time that you put in.
You're not supposed to play football in the yard.
Who says?
We live in an HOA. We don't like the activity in the front yard. You're supposed to be playing in the backyard.
Is that a law?
It's part of your HOA. Go get your mom.
No. Is that a law?
You're a child. Go get your mom.
Is it a law?
You really came out your house to tell this child that he can't play football in the front yard? Because of the HOA? I'm telling you, I hate the whole HOA thing. Maybe it's a reason for it, but my feeling towards it is a bunch of old-ass people making decisions to feel important. And damn near every decision they make is to make people's lives miserable.
Little boy, go get your mom so I can talk to her.
No,
this is not about you at all.
But it is about me because you don't want me to play in the yard.
It doesn't matter. Okay, gotcha. Well, I hope you know that your parents are probably going to get, kicked out of their house for this.
They're really not, though.
But they are kicked out of their house.
Yeah, I want to see not even supposed to be talking to you.
And why not?
Because you're a stranger. My mom told me not to talk to strangers.
Again, go get your mom. We can
Not
go up
happening.
there. We can go up there if you want to. It doesn't bother
not
me.
happening.
It's sad your parents have you out here playing and you don't know what's going on.
It's not a law. No.
You're not supposed to play football in the yard.
You know why this is concerning? Why does she feel so comfortable talking to a minor? And I don't condone this because that's what the HOA people done did to me. But why don't you take a picture and bring it up in the next HOA meeting or something? Why do you feel the need to go confront this young man? Another thing that's crazy, and this is how I'm gonna end the video. Yesterday, we went to check out a few houses, and I found 2 houses that I really like. And I'm having a hard time choosing between them. And this is one of the reasons why I'm having a hard time choosing between them.